Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. It is important for us to remember that American citizenship is important. If you don't value yours, you should, especially if you want to stay in this country. So Nicki Minaj, whose family migrated to the United States illegally when she was young, has become a very successful rapper by attaching herself to Black American culture. She's very successful, she's beautiful, and she has amassed a fortune here in the United States. According to the sources that report the net worth of celebrities, she has amassed a fortune here in the United States. But Nicki Minaj seems to have some type of personality issues with other artists, and she has been accused of keeping up mess on social media, up to and including talking about other artists' children, specifically Cardi B. Now, Nicki Minaj, who used to be a Democrat and couldn't stand Donald Trump, has become a MAGA person. And we saw her giving an interview with Charlie Kirk's widow, in which she praised Donald Trump, our wonderful president, and she applauded his decision to go into Nigeria and bomb Nigeria. I don't know enough about what's going on in Nigeria to take a stand, and I doubt Nicki Minaj does either. It would be up to the Nigerian people to determine whether or not that was a good move for them, the people who actually have to live there. So Nicki Minaj took it upon herself to say that the president had done the right thing by bombing Nigeria. Now, Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Regardless of what anybody wants to say about it, it is a sovereign nation. So it's unclear to me whether or not the government invited Donald Trump in to bomb their country. But anyway, I don't know enough about it. But Nicki Minaj decided to insert herself into that situation. But the problem that she's having now is that she has offended a lot of people. She has her fans, and then she has her detractors. And her detractors started back in July to form a petition to have her deported, because guess what? Nicki Minaj is not a U.S. citizen despite having lived in the country for many years and paying millions in taxes. She was born in Trinidad and Tobago and came to the United States as an illegal immigrant at the age of 5. In a recent TikTok live stream, she expressed frustration over her lack of former citizenship, stating, "I'm not a citizen of America. Isn't that crazy?" and suggested she deserves honorary citizenship due to her contributions to the country. So maybe that's what that move to MAGA is all about. Maybe they have promised her honorary citizenship. I don't know. But she did pivot to the right after being on the left for so many years, and many Black Americans took offense. I believe that it's important to look at context, and maybe she is trying to get some form of citizenship. She's married to an American citizen, and I'm not going to say anything about her husband, and she has a child. So those things have to be taken into consideration too. Over 35,000 people signed petition calling for Nicki Minaj's deportation following her America Fest appearance. So that petition has reached over 45,000 now of people calling for her to be deported. This article comes from Baller Alert. Baller Alert is an online celebrity gossip site, mostly gossiping about Black American celebrities. It says Nicki Minaj is finding out the hard way that when you switch lanes politically, the internet is going to have a lot to say about it. A viral petition on change.org has officially surpassed 45,000 signatures, with critics calling for the rapper to be deported back to Trinidad. The campaign, which was originally launched over the summer, has gained more signatures this week following Nicki's high-profile appearance at AmericaFest on December 21st. The petition is accusing the Queen of Rap of erratic behavior and constant celebrity feuds, and that's true. She's always into it with somebody. During that interview, she praised Trump and J.D. Vance, signaling a total transformation into faith-driven conservatism. During the set with Erica Kirk, she even touched on her advocacy for persecuted Christians in Nigeria, a move that left many fans scratching their heads given her past criticism of the previous administration. Critics argue that this new chapter is a dangerous shift, while the petition creators claim her influence is no longer positive. Despite the noise, Nicki remains a permanent resident of the United States after moving from Trinidad to New York at the age of 5. Well, I don't have an opinion about this. She's a young celebrity, and I'm sure she's still finding her way. But I think that it's important to point out to Black American descendants of slavery that citizenship is important. And it's important for her to realize that when you are operating in a country where you are not a citizen, when you came there illegally, you need to keep a low profile. You don't need to be keeping up mess. And the mess that she's in now, she brought on herself. But I still believe there's another angle to her going MAGA. Something is promised to her probably for doing this because she's risking a lot by aligning herself with the Trump administration, given her fan base. Her fan base is not made up of MAGA people. So anyway, these online petitions usually just are, it's just a social media thing to bring attention to something and for people to gang up on somebody. They rarely produce anything, more than just online chatter. I doubt if this will jeopardize her residency in the United States. She is married to an American citizen. As far as I can tell, he's FBA. I haven't been able to find any immigrant background in his bio. So I believe she's married to an American citizen, and her child, at this point, is an American citizen. So it's doubtful that she will be deported. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. Why do you think she's doing this? I think there's something we don't know about that's caused her to do this, because you don't just do something like this for nothing. But anyway, it still looks like she has sold out, and I don't doubt that she's insulted part of her fan base. So let me know what you think about the video. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.